in my business. Y'all in my business.
Yeah, well, we should be in your business, nigga.
Yeah. Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That nigga was real sleepy, right? You know what niggas remember the cartoons back in the days when niggas fell asleep at Christmas time and walked? Santa, did you do? You stupid nigga.
Had my nigga looking like a zombie.
Yeah, that nigga crazy. Fuck that nigga, son. Yo, that shit can be mad niggas ain't taking my nigga shit serious. My nigga sickness serious.
Joe Budden. It just seems like he is in the news every other day for something crazy. And today is no different, as a statement from the Edgewater Police Department in New Jersey detailing an altercation involving Joe Budden, which says, on December 4th, 2024, at approximately 7:21 a.m., the Edgewater Police Department were dispatched to an apartment complex for the report from a resident that a man was standing outside of their apartment door completely naked. That's crazy. The caller recognized the man as a neighbor, Joseph Budden Jr., a 44-year-old male. The caller was alerted to Budden by their doorbell camera. A video depicting Budden attempting to enter a code into the door keypad several times before re-entering his own residence across the hall. As a result of police investigation, Budden was charged with lewdness, 2C14, disorderly persons offence on a complaint summons. Chief Martin states that these charges are merely accusations and that the defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now this is crazy, because obviously when Joe came back from his break, people noticed that he wasn't at his original studio. And this begged the question of why? Why is he back to the old studio in Park's basement? There's really no reason for him to be there unless something happened at the studio, or I guess the lease just ran out and he just decided to want to go back. But then again, that wouldn't make sense either. So the JBTV community started to speculate. Some people thought that an altercation happened. Some people thought that due to the noise complaints that they had gotten beforehand, that somehow Joe reached the final straw with them and was asked to leave. Needless to say, there was a lot of theories as to why he just wasn't at the old studio, until Joe said something himself. But before he would say something, fans noticed, and I noticed as well, that he just didn't really look like himself. But he did give a reason. He said the reason why he wasn't present at his podcast was because he was going through a lot personally. So when people say that, you kind of just back away. You kind of leave it alone. You don't really ask what they're going through personally. You just give them the benefit of the doubt. But it was kind of confusing as well, because in the same breath that he would say he's going through a lot personally, he would also say that he attended the Usher concert, that he's been outside. So one would think that if you have been outside and you've been to concerts for hours upon end, you can definitely make time for your podcast. But I digress. But after Joe gives this excuse that he's going through something personally, some fans just didn't want to take that as an answer. So a lot of people did a deep dive. A lot of people put on their conspiracy hats, including my guy Danny from The Stop. And he found some, I wouldn't say court documents, but he would find evidence that something did in fact go on at that New Jersey apartment, which involved an altercation with a neighbor and 2 or 3 police officers. So this was kind of crazy. This kind of spread throughout the JBTV community, and a lot of people didn't talk about it, including the JBTV moderators, because they only care to see Joe painted in a positive light. They can't be objective whatsoever. If you bring them anything other than good news, you're banned from that community. Straight up. So a lot of people stayed quiet. A lot of people ignored the elephant in the room until today, where I just casually go onto Twitter and everybody is talking about this. Everybody's talking about Joe. Everybody's laughing at Joe. People are saying Joe's got a weird case. Why is he around? The OVO fans, oh my gosh. I just know they're going crazy. They finally have something on Joe. Well, they've had a couple of things on Joe, but needless to say, people are having the time of their lives clowning Joe, including myself. And while this is funny, I kind of have to look at this on the other side as well, because if I'm Joe, I don't know if I find this funny. And if I'm people that love Joe, I don't know if I find this funny either, because sleepwalking is indeed very, dangerous. It's very taboo. People don't really talk about it either. People find it funny, even though it's a health issue. Well, is it a health issue? I'd say it's an issue, a health issue. Look, what I'm saying is, well, this is funny. There is some seriousness to it, because when you're sleepwalking, you don't really know, well, you don't know what you're doing. It could just make for very, very dangerous situations. Dangerous situations that you have no control over, because you don't even know what's happening. You just go to sleep in one area and wake up somewhere else. And that could be very, very scary. But let me not kill the jokes. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments, because I feel like I just need a different perspective. But till next time, it's your boy The Kitchen. Deuces.
Unconscious, maybe he fell asleep with the music blasting. His neighbor started banging on the fucking door, and he jumped up, went to the door. His door slams behind him.
Rocky, I'm gonna wait for more information, but if it keeps looking sketchy and there's still a JBP community, I gotta get the magnifying glass. I don't know.
Joe has had moments where his hand is right in the fucking cookie jar, and he's gone on some of the biggest platforms in the world and was like, yep, sure was. And guess what? His cult still rolled with him. So I think they're going to ride till the wheels fall off. Again, I'm of the belief that this isn't going to go as far as Jason would like it to go. However, depends on how they want to play. They do have elements too. They have wiggle room. But I don't think the charge would be to send him to jail. I think it would be to get a couple of
I want to
dollars.
make sure I make this charge is not sending him to jail.